Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the S397 endurance racing series on SimRacingOnline.co.uk. Our good friends are racing at Fuji Speedway this weekend. Full coverage of today's race brought to you by eitharacingteam here on Twitch. Make sure to check us on Instagram as well. Check simracingonline.co.uk. They have many series coming up on many sims, not only R Factor 2, Assetto Corsa Competizione, Automobilista 2, many titles, lots of good content and great racing. So make sure to check them out. And join us on Discord. Links can be found in the chat, so have a look at that as well. And yeah, stay with us because this is going to be a thriller. Istanbul was a great race under the rain. Weather looks kind of better today here in Japan, as we now see Tony Taldice going up the main straight. As we can see, Fuji Speedway GP layout, 6.52 kilometers. This is a great track because it's very balanced. Many long straights, fast corners, but also slow turns, heavy braking zones, and the balance of the car is really critical because you have to, privilege the 1.2 kilometers straight to maximize the top speed of the car. So maybe a low wing profile downforce is not the most, it's not primary in this kind of layout, but you actually make up for it in the last sector where you need a good mechanical grip as well and good downforce. So it's a tricky one to get right, and draft is very important both for fuel saving and for top speed, as we know, coming up to the the heavy braking zone into turn one, it's really critical to get a good exit, because then we go downhill to the left hander, and then we go up the hill again with the slow left-hander, turn 5, the infamous turn where Fernando Alonso's hope for the 2007 title really went south when he lost the car and spun and destroyed his McLaren against the wall. It's a pretty long straight then, up until the chicane, the second heaviest braking zone of the circuit. And then we go to the sweeping right, left, and then right again to go back on the main straightaway. Fuji Speedway, one of the oldest circuits in Japan. In fact, one of the oldest speedways in the entire planet. So, a great venue, great history at this place. And, it's a privilege for us to really do the coverage for this amazing series that the SimRacingOnline community has been able to bring up. As we know, almost 35 people are joining, and yeah, in Istanbul we saw pretty damn good racing, so it's only gonna get better. Round 4 is Fuji, so what we can do now is just enjoy, because qualifying is about to start. We'll start, in fact, in about 2 minutes time, and the drivers will go at it flat out on this amazing circuit.
Like said, we're heading to round 5, race Fuji. Just trying to switch the knobs, make sure the audio is fine for you guys. As we see, it's round 5, Fuji. Isn't that right, Lauren?
Yeah, it's what a track, man, to get round 5 with this amazing championship going out up to the wire, because we saw close fighting and many drama moments in Istanbul, unexpected overtakes, people who were expected to perform pretty well actually had a couple of difficult moments in the race. So it's not over yet. This is closer than we thought it would be. So it's a great way to come
absolutely.
in round 5 at Fuji. It's such an amazing track this is, and as I said before, it's very difficult. It looks easy from the outside, but it's so tricky to get the setup right, because this is a track where you sacrifice downforce, but you need a good balance in the last sector, because that's gonna cost you dearly if you mess it up. So it's also unforgiving. You have big runoff areas ever since the 2005 track modification were done. Grass was removed in many parts of the track, so you got big runoff areas, but you lose so much time, and they're bumpy as well, so you might need to be careful going outside the track limits. So this is a track that takes very much the same amount of skills that any track,
Yeah, I think the
But
qualifying
the
is
balance
starting
of the
already for
car is
now.
very important.
We see Joni is heading out. There's an LMP2 car. Amazing stuff has been done lately by Johnny, and his battles with Tony
Yeah,
Khalid.
Johnny has been on fire. It was very unlucky to get a penalty for start procedure infringement in Istanbul. Other than that, I think he would have been competing for a win in class, as we see him, you know, all season. Really, he has been an amazing competitor with consistent pace. He's leading the championship for a reason, so you know, we'll see what it comes up.
I mean, surely you'd never take Joni out of the equation of the race. I mean, his last race, we saw that even with the hiccups, so to speak, so to say, he was able to get back that position he lost, the time he lost, and almost got the win on Tony. It was great performance by Joni on the last race.
Yeah, last couple of races, Johnny has been the guy to beat. Unfortunately, as I said in Istanbul, he got too excited at the start. I mean, that happens. It was a tricky situation, and unfortunately, he had a problem in the pit lane as well later on, so he was out of contention in Turkey. But other than that, he has been on fire all season long. We have seen him dominating the race in Patras round 2 in Greece, as we now see Nicola Pastore, the winner in Istanbul, with an amazing flag-to-flag victory and a close fight with the other Pastore, the number 99 car, currently in P2 in GT class. As we know now, qualifying has just started, so it's really not meant to be this way. But Pastore was on a class of his own in Turkey. He was keeping that Ferrari on the track with precision, with consistency. Really great performance by the Italian.
Absolutely is. I mean, Nicola has been put in a great show, showing that great driving skills on that Ferrari. He kept it on track, kept it cool, gave us a good fight to watch, and delivered a good performance as always by Nicola Pastore. He's sitting in the first fastest sector. Sorry, in the first sector. It's purple right now, as he's heading to his way to put his fastest lap on the track on the Mount of Fuji in Japan.
Yeah, as we know, that Ferrari working really well at Fuji. The V8 engine of the 488 GTE class car is working perfectly. And as we know, Ferrari has been the car with the most performing engine of the field. Maybe the BMW is probably the most balanced car, but tricky to drive. Everything in these cars is not that easy. I mean, these drivers are so good that they make it look pretty normal from the outside. I mean, you see them just having a good, clean lap, but they're on the edge. In every
And
corner
Nicola
they
sits
need.
his lap over 35.
Yeah,
5:30.
he's already 1.8 seconds clear from John Vitiges. I mean, that guy is no slouch. So Pastore really coming up alive in that Ferrari. Incredible.
Indeed, that was an astonishing lap, but 35.5
Yeah,
is
that's
no
a
joke.
pretty damn good lap. Oh, and Ricardo Riva as well with a cracking 138. Correct me if I'm wrong with the math, but that's a 37-1.
That is a 37
Ricardo
too,
with
yeah.
the beautiful white and blue Porsche, and the Italian driver coming as a rookie in Fuji. He has plenty of experience in other categories, but this is his first time in the championship, so it's really one to watch. He's second place right now.
I
So
mean,
Barrett Eriksson,
look
the
at Tony
championship leader in
Lorenzo.
GT class,
Two
is now
purple,
P4.
two purple sectors by Tony, and like always,
Yeah,
like
Tony Talvici on the edge. The Oreca was almost sideways into turn 1. It's so tricky to get these cars to work because, as we said in Istanbul, these cars have very high downforce, but not so so much with the mechanical grip, so you really need to be precise with the setup. And the lines on the braking, as we now see Tomo Holzer really exchanging vinyls with who is that? Metcalf, the BMW number 61. So it's really people are already racing qualifying. I mean, if this is qualifying, what can we expect in the race?
I mean, yeah, I mean, Nicola Pastore and Giuseppe, they set a lap like so fast. It's a 35.5. It's a
they're
astonishing lap.
almost dead same. Pastore with the 99 BMW is 0.4 of a second away from the Ferrari. So as I said, Giuseppe is using the Aston probably for this round.
No, he's on a BMW.
Oh, that's a BMW. The BMW and one of the Aston Martins have really similar liveries, so I get them confused.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean with the yellow and the down, like you get the yellow, that yellowish Astony color.
So the Pastore guys effectively leading the field as of now. Riva in third place, really making an appearance today.
This is his first appearance, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been showing strong pace.
Absolutely.
In free practice as well, he was lapping the 37s in free practice, so really want to watch, as I said. Now, VD Guest needs to take good points today. He needs to beat Ericsson, because Barrett Ericsson relaxed in Istanbul. He didn't have to risk anything because he was leading, and Johnny unfortunately had a few issues at the beginning of the race. So Barrett Ericsson, leader of the championship, currently sitting in P7, just about 2.4 seconds shy of Pastore's lap.
Yes, Carl
as we
Middleton.
said,
He took the lead from Tony by 2/10.
Yeah, VD Guest, as I was saying, needs to at least finish in front of Ericsson, and then it's all to play for in the next race. He needs at least a podium finish, I would say, to make up for the mistakes he did in Istanbul.
Yeah,
as we said,
sure.
Middleton now taking the lead from Talvice in LMP2 class, 0.224 of a second between the two drivers, so it's very close.
Yeah, I mean,
Middleton
John
showing great pace ever since we came back from what was it? Road America. He was
Istanbul
strong there as well.
I mean, Road America, Istanbul. I would say Istanbul wasn't a good race for John. I mean, we saw him losing places here and there, but Road America was kind of a bit better, even though he had some hiccups at the first because I think of a crash. He lost the car.
No, he got tangled with one of the cars that were behind him in turn one. The first.
Oh yeah,
turn
what an
at the
unfortunate.
start, he almost got spun round. And he's now improving. That was his personal best first sector. Down to turn 5, the Ferrari working pretty well at this stage with the dry conditions.
Yeah, so I mean, he got Jason White right here. Is it gonna possibly?
No,
it's
probably
straight.
not gonna compromise him too much because he overtook him in a straight place of the circuit. So Jason Whitehead maybe missing his braking point a little bit to try and distance himself from the blue Ferrari. Now John improving again. That was his personal best second sector. So Johnny really trying his best to get a good lap time. As Jason Whitehead was on the edge in Istanbul. He was fighting the car all the time. The car was sideways in basically every corner in the mixed condition. So Whitehead, as we know, a very skillful driver, really pushing that Oreca chassis to the limit. And
yes,
he
it's
now
130
goes
right now.
P5.
Yes, P5, about 2.7 seconds behind Carl Middleton.
Yeah,
but the battle between Tony
pretty,
and Carl, Lauren, is like 2/10. That's one battle to watch for.
Yeah, those two are. I'm surprised Gutierrez is not in the middle of that fight, because Gutierrez, as we know, he has been able to extract the maximum from that P2 car, and should he manage to do that, I reckon he would probably be as fast as Tony right
Car
now.
Middleton
But let's
by
wait for the end of qualifying.
0.056 behind Tony. That's as close as it'll ever
Yeah,
get.
Middleton improved.
Look at that.
An incredible last sector from Carl Middleton. He was able to nail the apex in almost every turn. So, as I said, guys, the straight gives you top speed, but it's the last sector that really gives you the extra.
Yeah, but Tony, looks
lap.
like Tony heard you, and he's sitting already the fastest first sector right now.
Yeah.
Marching his way through the Mount of Fuji.
Yeah, exploiting every... Oh, and it was almost sideways there,
Also
exploiting every inch of the curbs. As we now go on board with him, as we go down the hill towards the heavy braking zone before the chicane. Oh, and the car sideways again under braking. Tony really running a low arrowing profile, probably, as he
it was a yellow
lost a
sector
couple
2.
tenths.
He did not improve on his sector. A 27.0. I mean, it's still close.
He's probably aborted the lap.
He aborted, yeah.
He's slowing down, yes.
Good call by Tony.
Good call. He still has 4 minutes left, so that's about 2-time lap, maybe.
Yeah, looks like Nicola is perfectly
Nicola
comfortably
pretty
sitting.
happy with himself.
Yeah, he's comfortably
Looks
sitting in the pit, waiting for a challenge.
Yeah,
As Giuseppe
35.5. That's tough to beat. That's gonna be tough.
I mean,
to beat.
Giuseppe is on the fastest first sector at 21.7.
I'm already starting with the jinxing, man. I mean, it's
I mean, the
unbelievable.
power of
Anyway,
it's a ritual by now.
yes. I'm literally. If I say something, it's gonna happen. So Giuseppe Pastore now.
Oh, there we go.
And he went wide. Yeah, look,
Yes.
I really gotta shut up.
Yes, I think, Laurie, if you were not a broadcaster, you would be asked to be quiet right now, but unfortunately you can't. Therefore, I guess they have to suffer.
Pastore improving his time.
He did. He got a fastest first sector.
Yes, unfortunately he went wide in turn 5. That was a pretty weird mistake.
Yeah, and Samir by 0.051 behind Joe Brown. Similar laps almost. He turned 32.7 as I think he improved. Joe Brown who improved. Wow, so close.
Yeah, Joe Brown improving. The beautiful black and green Porsche. I really love that livery.
Oh yeah, looking good. Yeah, like bright green with the dark gray
really goes
black.
well with the dark color.
Really aggressive.
Yes.
But the times between Coelho, Joe Brown, Samir, it is literally by as Didier improves his time, is 3 tenths above.
Yeah, all the way from P5 to P9, we have basically 5 drivers in less than 2 tenths of a second. So it's really close. Then in the first 2 guys, the Pastore brothers, are probably currently in a league of their own.
Yeah, as we see
Ricardo
a newcomer.
Riva all by himself in 3rd place.
This is a newcomer.
John improved right now. John is 1.6 seconds now shy of P1.
Yeah, trying to give a light a bit.
Whitehead improving. He's now P3. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Johnny Gutierrez is not reacting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird from Jason. But I was trying to say about the Barrett Metcalf is a newcomer. Never seen him before.
And Samir Arshad now snatching P6 with the cracking lap.
Yeah, he's
barely 2 tenths from
37.6.
Barrett Ericsson. I mean, that's something.
That is something to watch out for. But looks like Ricardo is still holding that P3, followed by John.
Ricardo, as I said, all by himself right now, 2 tenths clear of John Vidiguest.
Yeah.
And John Vidiguest really needs to get Riva out of the way, because Riva is a tough opponent.
He's not far. A one tenth away.
Yes,
he
but
needs
in the championship view, if you're John Vidiguest, you do not want to lose time behind Riva, because Riva is a rookie, so he's gonna leave his heart on the track. And
absolutely
John
not.
does not need that, because Ericsson is P5 right now, so it's gonna be head-to-head between those two. And Vidiguest needs to get Riva out of the way fast.
Yeah, because Riva is a newcomer. I mean, his points wouldn't put something to worry about, but the position he gains above John will be something to worry about.
John needs that 3rd position.
Absolutely, he needs it. Well, we hope he gets it. We hope for a win, if not.
And also, what John wants to do at the start is put pressure on the Pastore guys to fight with each other and maximize the situation.
Yeah, so we see Michael Labelle, the last position in the P2, if I'm not mistaken. Not looking forward to put any laps. Thomas doesn't improve on his first sector. It's still yellow right now. He's going to his second sector. Improves on it by 4/10.
Yeah, that's a personal best.
That is a personal best. It is the end of the qualifying session. Will he be able to finish this lap and probably improve to get that P4 from Johnny
he's almost sideways
Gutierrez?
there in turn 6.
He almost lost it, but it's so far so good. Oh, I think we jinxed it.
Oh man, nice save though. That's
Yeah,
that's something. As Ricardo Riva stuck in the middle of the track with the Porsche.
I think he got a little bit influenced by the drifting culture of Japanese people since we're in Japan.
Yeah. Kenichi Tsuchiya, as we know, watching the race from the grandstand.
Absolutely, he is right now. He doesn't improve. I think he improved.
Oh well, he did improve.
He improved on his last lap.
That's not gonna get you very far, but
yeah, absolutely.
He did improve on his personal best.
Yeah, looks like Nicola takes this sessions as he's going out for another
fastest second sector.
Yeah, he's not done. He's absolutely not done with this yet.
Don't count Nicola out yet because he can only improve his P1. So you know.
I mean, there is only one way to go, up.
I mean, he's gotta play the psychological game.
Of course, I mean,
to really get the morale down.
Yeah, to insert dominance, pretty much.
Yes. The 51 Ferrari looking sleek as it comes.
What can you improve? I thought he aborted. Yeah.
Oh, he aborted. Yeah, he aborted the lap. That's a shame though, because he was improving.
Yeah, I mean, what better time you can put better than a 35.5? That is an absolute cracking time.
That's a cracking lap.
Giuseppe improved though. Giuseppe improved.
Giuseppe did improve.
Yeah.
He's now barely 2/10 from Nicola.
Yeah, and Johnny too. There you go. We were looking for him. He improved also by 6/10 away from the lead.
I told you, Gutierrez now P3, very close to the first couple of guys. So maybe Johnny was waiting the last dying moments.
I think he didn't find his own groove until the end. But
or maybe that was the strategy.
It could have been. We never know.
To give it everything at the last possible moment.
I mean, it's the man himself, Johnny Gutierrez. No one can read his mind.
As we know, very quick driver. So.
Yeah, love to see.
I must say, the driver of qualifying is Ricardo Riva in P3, rookie in the championship.
It is
straight to the podium places already. So
what a way to start.
Let's see if he can confirm the result in the race. As we said, it's gonna be very interesting because Riva, Vidigas, Ericsson. That's a rookie in front of the two championship contenders. So. That's a hairy situation.
Yeah.
Salvici taking his second straight pole position in LMP2.
Yeah. Well, it looks like
Oh, sorry. Actually, Gutierrez took pole position last time out in Istanbul. So
yeah.
No, that's not his second straight.
Yeah, I think we should run the standing order since it got a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the positions. It's the first place for Nicola, second for Giuseppe, third place for Ricardo, and fourth place for John van der Geest. Beautiful lap from Ricardo himself. I mean, what an astonishing entrance. Yeah. Barrett Ericsson in P5, Joe Brown P6, Samir Al-Shad in P7, Didier Coelho P8 in the Aston Martin. As we go to the second sheet of the grid star is Brett Metcalf in 9th place, Lewis Middleton 10, and the 11th place in Oli Patterson, 12th place Jens Rose, 13th place David Capruzzi, and 14th place Rob Milliken, and 15th place Ed Jones. Wow, that's the start for the GT cars. Sorry. We will switch though to the LMP cars as we have Tony Talviti first place, in that first position, Carl Middleton followed by Johnny Gutierrez and Jason Wadden in the P4. And we have Thomas Holzel in the 5th place and Michael Labelle in the 6th place with number 15 in that red P2 car. Yeah, and it's the warm-up now.
It's a pretty interesting grid.
Indeed.
Today.
I mean,
many unexpected cars.
Of course, and we got a lot of newcomers.
Yes.
Some of them, not a lot, but some of them.
Brad Metcalf in GT class, probably a rookie. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the midfield.
Championship. Yes, he's P9. I mean, way to
That's
go
not
for
a bad
your first
place
race.
to be in. Yeah, absolutely not. This is an
Top
endurance
10.
race after all.
Yeah, but you want to get yourself a top-notch position. Even
Obviously, yeah. As the people are setting up their strategy, their setup, make sure the setup is correct. Not sure if it's gonna rain today or not. Didn't check the forecast.
I don't think so. The forecast says sun all the way. It's pretty warm in Japan, as we
it's
know.
Unexpected from Japan, but
yeah, but still.
Yeah. Then
that's maybe why many people were caught out. Maybe the conditions were not expected.
True, as we see the map of Fuji in the background.
Yeah, it's a good panorama.
Jason Whited is preparing his setup. I'm really liking the livery on Thomas's car.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, it would
colors,
be. Yeah.
Colors go well together. Unexpectedly, I would say I wouldn't. Red and orange. You don't see that color pair.
Yeah,
often,
it's like the motorcycle
looks
brand.
Very good.
What's that motorcycle brand that it has? Is it Repsol? Repsol or something?
Yeah, Repsol. Yeah, that's
Repsol.
not a motorcycle brand. That's a petroleum.
Really
brand,
similar.
But they sponsor Honda. Yeah.
I used to have a toy of a MotoGP, which had exact same livery, looking exactly like this, which is kind of what I'm attracted to it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Maybe it reminds us of that. That's actually true, no?
Mikael Labelle is comfortably, sitting in his pit garage. It's just the aura, like when you see people sit in the pit, it's like you're imagining what's going through their mind. What are they thinking? I mean, it's really hard to know, but obviously the mission is to finish in the highest, best position ever. But what's going through their mind? Like, I mean, I know it's a friendly race. There's no prize on the line, but it's still a race. I mean, there's nothing changed.
Even if there's no, concrete prize, no hardware for these drivers. I mean, the competitive level is very, very high, and we saw that in Istanbul.
Absolutely.
And probably they're spending this time to really refocus, get their breath together, think about all the possibilities at the start, make sure they're totally on the job. This is what racing is all about, really getting a grip of yourself and, repeating that you deserve to be here, and still you have to demonstrate what you're made of, which is really the beautiful part of racing, just the competitive level, which I think in modern motorsport, that's something that is it's pretty overlooked. People don't understand that these guys do it because they love the competition. They love to fight with each other.
Absolutely.
It's and that's the beauty of it. There's something incredibly beautiful about competition.
Yeah, it's like
the chance that you get to show yourself and really, showcase your skills
and go fast, right?
Yes, there's something poetic about that.
I mean, after all, it's cars, and everybody wants to go fast, pedal to the metal,
Yes.
It's just really.
I wonder if
I think the race is started.
We go for the start. I'm gonna have the last philosophical thought. I imagine if the first car companies at the end of the 1800s could imagine that cars would literally steal our dreams and get us so focused about getting the maximum out of these amazing machines.
That would be a hell of a way to predict the future, but I guess it worked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't expect that to escalate this way. I mean, you gotta think that barely 25 years after the first car was ever produced, we see now the field initiating the formation lap procedure.
Carl Middleton.
In 1886 is actually the year where the first car was produced, with that being the Benz patent motor wagon. And you fast forward 20 years, and you already had people racing at Indianapolis. So, you know, that's something remarkable. And
Yeah,
look at
it's
us today.
like I said, one hell of a way to predict the future. I mean, you expect, you
Yeah.
know, as we see today's hits, they come and go. But for things to come and establish something that stays forever, that's I mean, people make living out of this. People are this their livelihood of
Yeah.
people, let alone racing or building the cars. It's a livelihood. So yeah, I guess racing is great. It's maybe it was in our blood since we were created, and it'll be until
Oh
the
man,
day we're
Nas,
doomed.
what happened to Talvice? I don't see him in the field
That's a good question. I don't see him either.
because Middleton was not in pole position. Talvice was. Something must have happened to Talvice. That's a great shame.
Yeah, I think he was disconnected from the server. Probably had to leave. We'll check with
Oh,
him in the forum
man.
later. But yeah, what a shame.
What a shame.
I didn't even notice. Good call. I didn't even notice Tony wasn't here. So that puts Johnny in the P2.
Yeah, that's actually Johnny can actually make up the points he lost in Istanbul.
Wow. Yeah. That's,
But he has a very fast driver in front. Middleton is not gonna get.
absolutely
You
not.
know,
He's not gonna just let
Carl
him
is not
pass.
gonna let that P1 go away.
No, absolutely not. Doesn't work like that. As they see them, we see them going side by side in a moment, and
Yeah,
the
they're
moment
coming
they
up to the finish line.
yeah, the moment they cross the start-finish line means the race starts. As they hold their breath, if you're
Leaders
watching,
controls the pace now, so
yeah,
it's
if you're
last
sitting,
moments before the race starts.
yeah, buckle up, trickle in. As we hold our breath for the race to
Green
start.
flag and Johnny Gutierrez getting a good run already. Middleton is
side
gonna
by
have
side.
to
Look at that.
defend.
Look at that.
Middleton, well, Gutierrez backed off. Look
Yeah,
at
races started for GTE cars. Nicola Pastoro covering the inside already. Look at the field.
Look at the field, man. That's a great shot.
Yeah, and Johnny made a pass. Johnny made a pass on Carl Middleton almost and lost it
No,
again.
not yet, not yet. Also going from the inside, they're gonna touch for sure.
They did touch indeed.
Yeah,
Sorry, we missed
they
that
did
shot.
touch. They lost quite a bit of time there. As we now see, oh, and Riva, something must have happened in GT field. We had yellow flags.
Yeah, Riva
So
lost
Riva, who
places.
was
He's all the
starting
way back.
P3, yeah, he lost 6th position. That's a great shame.
Yeah, all the way down back.
That's actually, oh, and VD Guest, they probably touched with John VD Guest because VD Guest lost the position to Barrett Eriksson. So
Something must
disaster
have
for
happened
John.
for sure. We couldn't
The
see
exact
because
opposite of what he wanted.
yeah, we were
happened. And
focused on
Giuseppe
Carl Middleton
taking
and
the
Johnny.
lead from the Ferrari. So the 99 BMW now leading the GT class. Incredible start.
Yeah. We could have seen it, but Johnny was also getting something happen, a collision with Carl Middleton that puts him a little bit behind, which didn't let us see what was going on. As Giuseppe's already starting to thinking about building the gap from his relative, not sure if his brother, but he's a relative for sure. They have the same name. From Nicola Pastore. They're not that far behind, but they're close. They're really close.
Yeah,
Wow,
that Ferrari's
he's
going to be
going
tough to
sideways.
keep behind.
Yeah,
He
it's
really
Middleton.
got a good traction out of the last corner. Now the Ferrari trying to cut the gap. As we now see Ericsson in P3, that's a great start from the championship leader. He just needs to keep VD Guest at bay to really put one hand on the championship.
For sure.
Samir Arshad making good progress. He's now P5. And Riva has fallen down even further down the field.
Yeah.
We don't see him in the top 10.
David
so...
goes side by side with Chiodori.
Oh,
Takes
man.
the inside. And
Capruzzi.
yeah, it
Great
opens the
move
lead
there.
also for Mr. Ricardo, who's trying to recover his place. He must pass Didier Coelho, with all due respect to both drivers.
We
he
know
must.
Ricardo has a pace for a possible podium place, so yeah, Ricardo looking for the inside, really got to run down the hill. Let's see what we can do in turn 5. That's a tough place
is he gonna
to pass.
pick the inside? He is. Yeah, but he didn't
Oh,
go
he locks
for
up
it.
the brakes, he backs out.
Yeah, didn't commit. Maybe he knows there's
Good
another
call,
straight
though.
line, so he's trying to take it easy. It's an endurance race. He might
Middleton
lunge.
building the gap to Guti. He's now 3 seconds clear.
Yeah, he could lunge here, but I think he's taking this easy route, which is yeah, respectful. It's an endurance race, but you want to take those places back. He's all the way down in the field. I mean, he's already in the... Let me check the position. He's P11 right now. I mean, from P3 to P11, you gotta build those position you lost quickly.
Yeah, and look at the gap that Carl Middleton has already on Johnny Gutierrez.
Nicola looks like he got a run there as he stucks in the split stream. Doesn't decide to go to the
I
inside.
told you the Ferrari's a tough car to beat on the straight. Look at the pace advantage.
They've literally
that the
crossed
Ferrari
side by
has.
side. Wow.
They're side by side, going line astern.
Yeah, I think the inside line is the better line. We will see for sure. Not sure. Yeah, he's
Giuseppe
giving up.
has the advantage.
He's trying to cut back.
Maybe Nicola going for the switchback.
What a cutback!
Incredible racing already, and look at the gap that these two have on Ericsson.
Yeah, they're racing on the league of their own right now.
I mean, having the draft really is an advantage.
Yeah, 5 seconds ahead of
on
Barrett
that long
Ericsson.
straight.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, and Giuseppe spun.
Oh yeah, he kept it. He kept it. He didn't lose it yet. He kept it.
Man.
Yeah, Nicola takes the lead for now.
Yeah, Nicola said, "Thank you very much.
I'll take
that."
it. I'll absolutely take it. As
Middleton gaining almost 1 second per lap on Johnny Gutierrez in LMP2 class. That's some pace. As Riva now makes up place, now P10. Johnny Gutierrez really, I mean, P2 is good already for Johnny if you want.
Yeah, but Middleton, look at this. He sets up the fastest lap though. I mean, Johnny's...
Middleton is already 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's building the lead. Maybe Johnny could be saving fuel. Maybe we don't know what's going on.
And also, yeah, is gonna have to defend from Labelle.
Yeah, the side by side. I think Jason got it. Yeah.
Whitehead really making the best braking point as you possibly could. Also, though, is not gonna be patient right behind him. So.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean,
you got a bit out of shape out of turn 5, but that's okay.
Yeah, but
there
staying
low hairpin.
something that I've noticed since I already put some laps in this Fuji race before the broadcast started, it looks like the staying behind cars gives you he goes a little bit sideways. Especially in the LMP2 cars, the split stream kind of ruins your downforce, so you gotta back up a little bit in the.
Yes, that's a problem for the prototypes. The two things that are critical on these cars are the low mechanical grip, so they really need to nail the setup, but also the turbulent air that comes out of those big diffusers on the rear. Those diffusers are made on purpose to disturb the car behind, because those diffusers actually extract the air from underneath the car to maximize downforce to create the Venturi effect. Not like a ground effect car, but similar, let's say. Let's say it's similar to a ground effect car.
Yeah, it was one of the downsides.
Oh, Labelle going out of shape.
Yeah.
And that gives the airflow a turbulent format. So you do not want to get too close. There's a critical gap you need to overcome to not have that effect on your lap time, and that's about 1.5 seconds. When you get to 1.5 seconds to the car in front in LMP2, you're gonna get struggling, and as you do that, the front tires deteriorate faster. So that's a critical part, and these drivers, as we know, are well aware of these problems. So we'll see what happens. Now Barrett Ericsson having to defend from VDS for a second. VDS is just about 1.2 seconds away from Barrett, but it is in a safe place because Samir is about 3 seconds, maybe 2.5 behind him, so looks to be safe for now.
Yeah, he's 2
Riva
seconds behind
P10 is
Johnny
making up
Van Der
time.
So
Yes, I think Riva is probably gonna make up a few places in the next few laps. He's very fast.
he's only half a second behind David Capuzzi. I mean, he knows he's got
Yes.
better pace.
Oh, and
yeah,
who
looks
is
as we
that?
speaking.
Batterson? No.
Yeah, Oli Batterson and Ricardo Riva said thank you and
Yes.
took the place. They jumped.
That's Lewis Middleton. Yes, Lewis Middleton going outside track limits. I told you guys, track limits look easy and kind of forgiving in this track because they are asphalt and very large as well, but they are bumpy and dirty. All the marbles from the tires accumulate there, so it's really tough to control the car once you get out of shape.
Absolutely. Looks like the GT field isn't far from each other, as Joe
No,
Brown
it's
is
pretty
only
balanced.
7/10, almost half a second behind Samir. He's really targeting him, trying to, I mean, this is a straight line. He got the split stream. It should be enough for him, maybe to give him that lunge to cover the inside, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe he didn't get a
If
good
I was
exit.
Samir, I would let Brown go and work with him and try to maximize the draft.
Yeah,
Joe is probably aware that his only way to catch John at the moment in front is to work with Samir.
yes, they're side by
in the
side,
straight.
Didier and David Capruzzi.
Oh man,
Takes-
David Capruzzi making some progress today, and Riva
Yeah,
saying
Riva
thank
also.
you very much.
Yeah, Riva is
Riva
following
maximizing.
David Capruzzi. Whatever move he's done, he's always taking the advantage of that, as Didier wants to cover that inside, locking up the wheel aggressively. But I think Ricardo still
Yeah,
has
but
the
Riva
inside
has the
line, and Oli Batson also takes that takes that place
Oli
behind.
Batson
Says,
being opportunistic and waiting for his chance. Now
mean,
Peter
he's-
Coelho protecting the inside in this low airplane. Now
mean, he's-
Ricardo Riva.
look at this,
working,
Laurie.
as I
He's
said,
passing people and giving up.
Yes, the only way they have to recover time is work with the draft, and Ricardo has been doing that ever since he fell back to a P11. He's now P8, and he's being able to make progress thanks to Capruzzi's draft.
Yeah, but every time
And-
I see Ricardo passing, he's always giving opportunity for himself and for the guy behind him, which is one way to do it.
Yeah, it's probably making your opponent, forcing him into a difficult situation that actually loses him
Yeah.
time.
Joe Brown.
That's a difficult strategy to get right, because you really gotta be precise.
Yes,
in the
Joe
overtaking
Brown
maneuver.
tucking
Now,
in the
Brown
split stream.
surely
Yeah,
gonna get around on our shot.
absolutely. Samir is covering the inside, going inside to the outside wouldn't
Yeah,
work.
Trying to break the toe, that's too late.
Yeah, but I think he's already ahead. But depends on the braking. Who's gonna win? Does
Yeah,
Joe
Samir's
will?
gonna be
Oh,
conservative.
aggressively tucks into that apex. Good job from Joe.
Nice driving, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job. Brown taking top 5 spot. He's
Yeah, it's not a bad spot
try
for
and
Samir.
catch.
He could work, as you said, with Joe Brown to
Yes,
work their way
probably
up.
the way to go.
Yeah, they're only about 2 seconds behind John VD Guest. So
Yeah, John and Vidiguest and Ericsson just checking each other for now. They did not get into a fight yet, and that's probably a good call by the two drivers. I mean, there's no point in trying to fight now when there's more than 1 hour left.
absolutely, yeah, it would be nonsense. You're gonna
I
waste
think
your
I
tires.
think the change will come as the pit stops begin.
Yes.
We have no information yet about
Oh
that.
my God! Rob Millen
wow,
almost
that was
got taken
close.
out by Johnny.
Rob
Wow,
Milliken
very
having no
aggressive
way
from
to
Johnny.
go. Johnny Gutierrez really not letting one in.
But it's kind of nonsense to do that in this early stage of the race.
Yeah, but he's probably trying to catch Middleton in front.
Surely he is.
That was a
but
very risky maneuver.
Yeah,
though.
but he
He
could've, like,
risked the race. There.
that damage would have cost him. He's only he's not that far from Jason Whitehead. He's only 1.7 seconds ahead of him, so it could have cost him dearly.
Yes.
He should take it easy.
And Jason Whitehead is an unforgiving driver. If you make a mistake, he's there to take it.
Absolutely.
Whitehead really gaining now on Gutierrez in the last couple laps.
2.2
Jason is a
seconds.
pretty damn good driver. He was very consistent in Istanbul, even if he had damage from an earlier spin. As we know, Jason very, very precise and sensitive with the car. He is able to control every twitch movements, and yeah, he's now about 1.5 seconds from Gutierrez, and so Gutierrez
Yeah.
really having to watch his mirrors because he want to keep that second
Yeah,
place.
and even Thomas
for the
Holter is
championship.
only 10 seconds behind. So one pit stop, one wrong fuel of set
Yeah,
bad, you know, it could have also.
Remember a couple hours back, Holzel was fighting with Whitehead, so Holzel was struggling at this stage.
He might be struggling, or he might be following a strategy. We can't know for sure because the driving looks to be okay. maybe he's holding up, maybe saving tires or fuel. Something must have going on because 12 seconds isn't that far. I mean, one wrong pit stop, like I said, could give the podium, the P3, to Thomas Holzel. I mean, he's 20 seconds ahead
it's
of
still weird because what you want to do in these situations is stick behind another car and trying to use the draft as a fuel saving situation. You don't want to be alone.
Absolutely.
Michael Labelle is alone.
He is a lot. He's 20 seconds behind Thomas. So
yes,
technically, he's Thomas is safe. Time. So I would go back to your point. Why would you start going down or start saving? Because it wouldn't make sense in this early stage. The maximizing any position you can get without collecting damage is a pretty good idea if you feel you have the better pace.
Yeah, I think the guy managing right now is Middleton. Gap is oscillating between 4.2 and 5.5 seconds. So it's maybe
pace.
alternating fast laps to
last laps. Actually, Johnny last lap was like by half a second faster than Carl Middleton. So they're pretty much on the same pace. Probably Johnny sees it.
Yes, and that proves the point because Riva is now using the draft of Capruzzi, and they have been gaining on Samir Arshad steadily for the last 3 laps. Riva now barely 4 seconds behind Samir Arshad, the 46 Porsche.
Yeah, but he lost.
So that proves the point.
He lost some time though to Joe Brown, about 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, probably now. It's probably letting the LMP2 cars pass. Maybe
could have been a traffic issue. Yeah. We see Giuseppe crossing the start-finish line, 2.9 seconds, almost 3 seconds ahead of his relative Giuseppe Pastore. I'm trying to get familiar with this Italian name. Giuseppe, there we go. 2.9 seconds ahead. He's not that far, the Ferrari, but still.
No, but the Ferrari is keeping a good distance, though.
It is.
Even if Nicola does not have a draft, he's able to keep that gap under control for now. 2.8 seconds as we speak.
Yeah.
Oh, and he went.
That could have been a cut. Not sure how many. Not sure how many cuts you get before you get a drive-through, but that's
a warning at least. Because it was with all 4 tires out of the track, so he lost quite a bit of time as well.
He did. I mean, half a second, but still in a, I would call it a safe zone, but a better place to be.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that again, because stewards will have a look first of all. Second of all, you get the dirt on the tires, and that hurts your lap time.
Yeah, but looks like Johnny Gutierrez is not waiting at all. I mean, he sees an opening, goes for it.
I mean, he has to keep that gap under 5 seconds.
Yeah, so look at Jason Wada too. He's not. These guys are not holding back.
He got compromised by Barrett Ericsson pretty bad.
Yeah.
But not much Barrett Ericsson could have done really, because he was fighting with Johnny
Van Der Gest went a little bit wide. That will cost him some time to Joe Brown. As Joe Brown passes him right there.
Yeah, probably there. What happened there was John suffered from the wash-up of the LMP2.
My God.
John!
What a save! What a save by John Van Der Gest.
Incredible skills. Now Samir Arshad is right behind him.
Yeah, that was some ultra instinct save. Literally in an instant.
Good reaction time as well.
Absolute godly reactions by John. I mean, a spin there would have cost him dearly. Samir is only 1.1 second now behind, and Joe is also less than a second behind Barrett. Oh, the P2 cars are obstructing Samir's march through the.
Yeah, Capruzzi and Riva are just about to fight with Samir, as I told you before.
Yeah.
And John Vidiguez is really again going. That's gonna count as a warning.
Absolutely.
John doesn't want you. If you are John, you do not want to do those mistakes again, because you need to keep consistent and regain time towards Ericsson. Now Arshad trying to break the toe from Capruzzi. Capruzzi really coming alive at Fuji. He underperformed in Istanbul, but he's very much in the fight today.
Yeah, it looks like he awakened the dragon within him as he senses the Japanese charisma, or whatever you want to call it. But he's on fire today. Samir goes a little wide there.
I think Riva though needs to dispatch these guys fast because he's quicker by the looks of it.
He's doing a pretty good job. I mean, from that, whatever
there
happened,
he goes from the inside on Capuzzi.
Yeah, they are. Side by side for Capuzzi.
Look at that. Before the straight, that's not the smartest move.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He tucks up behind Capuzzi now. He's surely going to get the run up the inside.
But think about this story. I mean, taking an exit and being on the inside would mean your opponent can't cover the inside, which is actually could be smart. As look at this. Looks like the Fuji David is not defending, which was not a clever idea. He will surely lose the position if Ricardo can manage the
so close. That's a good move though.
But David should have covered there. I mean, I understand. I mean, look at Ricardo already trying to cover that.
Yeah, but there you go, David up the inside now.
Oh my God, that was scary.
Oh my gosh,
that was
Ricardo
scary.
Riva trusting Davide Capuzzi to not,
could have been a horrible crash.
Yeah, that could have been the end of it for Ricardo Riva. Good progress by the Italian driver.
Absolutely.
Now P7.
He's up to P7 behind Samir Arshad. Both from Italian.
That's actually a great shame.
heritage.
I think Riva would have been a great opponent to Pastore today.
Could have been.
I mean,
race is still
1 hour and 10 minutes left, so it's still long.
Yeah, race is still on. We can't judge for now as we go back. Show the backfield a little bit. Lewis Middleton with the beautiful Falcon skin.
Yeah, that's a classic livery right
Absolutely.
there.
What a lovely skin. Good to have such a beautiful
it's great
car.
to see these vintage liveries in Fuji. It really brings up memories from Super GT as Lewis Middleton goes wide.
Yeah.
And Coelho takes the position.
Maybe Lewis Middleton wasn't ready to be on TV, I guess. As Didier took full advantage from that. And also Ed Jones.
Actually Middleton is now having to watch his mirrors because Ed Jones is coming.
Absolutely. It's to be a stock livery of the BMW by Jones. 1.1 second behind Lewis. Jen Rose, I should have said that he was last place. Somehow was able to pass Rob Milliken. Now he's on P19 before the last, but still Jen Rose is having a tough race today. So usually we see him up in the field.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, we rarely see him this further behind, but maybe some setup issue.
He's really
the car
suffering.
is sideways. The car looks pretty loose. Riva is now all over Samir Arshad, barely 0.7 of a second.
Yeah.
I think Ricardo needs to get a move on. These guys are slowing him down.
And these guys they know each other. From what I know, they practice sometimes together.
Yes.
So it's like a friendship rivalry. What's gonna happen? None of them will try to back out. I mean, I understand there's the friendship on the line.
I think Ricardo is waiting for Arshad to attack John Villegas.
It could have, yeah. That would be
Ricardo
actually.
is a very opportunistic
Samir lost it there.
driver, so
Yeah,
Samir
wow.
went a little bit wide. 3 Porsches, what a shot!
This might be a 3 wide if David Capuzzi could stick his nose there.
I think David Capuzzi is just gonna witness what Ricardo is doing.
Samir should really cover here.
Look at the drive that he has, though.
Yeah, Samir
Double
really needs to
draft.
cover. Then we speak. This is gonna be a 3 wide right here. It is a 3 wide.
Look at Capuzzi going up the inside. Incredible maneuver.
Wow,
And
I'm
also
surprised.
taking the place from Samir.
Wow, what a good job from David Capuzzi. That's a 2
David
birds by
Capuzzi
1 stone.
That's and Samir Arshad not giving an inch. The 2 drivers almost touching there.
But David Capuzzi literally.
What an overtake.
Yeah, David Capuzzi literally executed the phrase of two birds, 1 stone. Oh,
Yes,
Ricardo Riva is
going up the inside with
yeah, he's
Samir.
tired. He's
Man,
yeah, he's desperate to get that position back now. As Samir
good
costed him
defense from
dearly.
Arshad, though.
Yeah, I think Samir cost him dearly there. Ricardo surely won't be happy about this, as he's gonna probably sticks the elbow out and throw the hammer,
Gutierrez, meanwhile, is gaining on Middleton in front in LMP2 class.
Yeah, it's down to
It's now 3.3 seconds. That's an interesting
We got
situation.
distracted by the 3 wide from the GT cars. We go back to the LMP cars now.
Oh, and as we speak, once more, Nicola Pastore, the Ferrari, is now under attack from the BMW.
For the lead once again. Looks like the GTEs are not having enough today. Everyone wants to put whatever they got on their bags to in this race.
Pretty much, yeah. Giuseppe now hounding the Ferrari again.
Look at the last lap of Giuseppe. 3/10 faster than Nicola Pastore.
Yeah, he gained a lot of time.
He is gaining. We're almost crossing the 1 hour mark. Giuseppe is all over, all over Nicola.
Yeah, and he's somehow managing the turbulent air from the Ferrari.
Yeah, but
we know the GT cars do not produce the same turbulence that the P2 cars do, but now look at Gutierrez. Gutierrez gaining insane amounts of time.
Yeah, from 3 seconds down to less than a second. Carl Middleton is suffering a little bit.
Lap.
Yeah,
maybe Middleton is on a lower fuel usage.
Might be, but it looks like he will lose this position.
Look at that. Gutierrez is all over the look.
He might lose this position, Carl Middleton, if he doesn't keep that car stable and watch his tire temperature. This is the battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen.
Middleton's car looks to be wanting more track on the exit of the corners. He seems to be going kind of wide. Now traffic coming up, so that will actually disturb Middleton even more. Because we're coming up to the last sector after this chicane now for the long right-hander.
Bad position for Carl Middleton, really bad position.
Up the hill towards this endless left corner, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking his time, right? He had to brake there.
Gutierrez sniffing Middleton close up as they come up to the last corner.
Yeah.
Middleton using the BMW as a draft for the exit, as well as Gutierrez does. Now Gutierrez is surely gonna have a go, at least a look, on Middleton.
Wow, looks like he immediately tucked aggressively Gutierrez to the inside line. Not sure what that was all about.
Letting the engine brake, probably letting the engine breathe a little bit on the straight, and now taking the draft again as they go down the hill towards turn 3. Middleton protecting the inside.
Wow, good job by Carl Middleton. He is really covering that lead. Johnny goes wide. He's getting desperate. He should wait. He will get his chance. I mean, his pace is getting better than Carl Middleton by less than half a second, but he should wait for right moment to tuck in. Maybe.
Oh, and as we speak, Capruzzi has got by VD Guest, and Riva has overtaken Arshad.
Yeah, it looks like Riva made up some places now, up to.
And is now working on John VD Guest.
Yeah, and look where Joe Brown is.
Where is Arshad though? Arshad fell back.
No, he's right behind Ricardo. He's right behind Ricardo. But look at Joe, P3 right now.
Yeah, Joe Brown. What a recovery, man. The star of round 2 in Greece, up until the last half an hour. Capruzzi now working with a gap of 5 seconds towards Ericsson. Capruzzi might be VD Guest's trump card. Capruzzi is very, very fast at this stage. What Johnny VD Guest needs is for Capruzzi to catch Ericsson and try and disturb him a little bit and put pressure on the championship leader.
He absolutely needs to, yeah. As Jason Wadid is also not far behind from Johnny Gutierrez, only 5 seconds.
Less than 5 seconds. Gutierrez is now falling back a little bit from Middleton. It's now 2 seconds. 2 seconds clear. As we see Whitehead driving around this beautiful Japanese track. Whitehead very clean lines up the chicane. A little bit of lockup, but nothing to worry about. Making sure the power gets down. Right-hander right there. Tough to get the apex right in these sweeping corners. Up the hill towards the left-hander. Nice line right there, exploiting the curb. Long apex towards the last corner, and then we go all the way to run up the finish line. Ricardo Riva getting feisty with VD Guest as they fight for P6 in GT class. And yeah, look at the field, all bunched up as Whitehead comes by to lap them once more. Now Gutierrez closing up on Middleton once again, is now 1 second behind him. Less than 1 second in fact, because Middleton probably got hurt by the traffic. There we see Ollie Batterson holding him up pretty badly. Now Gutierrez is surely gonna have to use these occasions because they're not gonna come all, you know, during the entire race. He needs to use these occasions, these chances to put pressure on Middleton. Is now gets very close to the driver, barely avoids contact, as we now are well under the 1 hour threshold. Johnny Gutierrez is really putting a show today, trying to get that car to work properly, as we see Middleton trying to break the toe before the last corner. Gutierrez with a very consistent pace all race long. He's been able to
but he's a little bit
not
desperate.
lose time.
Looks like cars might be heading to the pits.
No,
Really?
it's probably trying to break the draft.
Yeah.
Yes, look at that, it's weaving.
He was also trying to take the draft from the battle between Ricardo Riva and
Yeah, Ricardo Riva going up the inside, and there's contact between him and VD
Oh my
all
God.
the way to the apex. It's getting feisty, guys. Ricardo Riva trying to get the car up the inside of the Ferrari, the John Vitigas.
John Vitigas like pushed him a little bit there.
Oh man,
They're aggressively fighting. I hope this ends well. I hope it ends well for both guys, because they're being way too aggressive as we cross the 1 hour mark. Still, no one has pitted yet.
Look at Vitigas being ruthless.
Yeah, and we never seen John cover this much and defend this much. Really holding up Ricardo.
Put in the right place at the right time.
But this is
Ricardo
a good
Riva
run up for
Ricardo. On the outside,
probably not gonna work.
Dangerous.
But John locks up.
John messed it up, and Riva is maybe, yes, he made it.
Yeah, he can. He did. He actually did. He secured
what
the position.
A battle!
John was not giving up there.
Yeah, and Jason Whitehead actually lost time from this battle. He's now... Oh, and Riva almost loses it.
Oh my God.
Barely avoids contact with Whitehead.
Which opens the door again for John.
Look at this.
Yeah, Jason Whitehead locks up there. Getting pretty hectic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's some chaotic stuff.
Yeah, look at John already going to the inside.
And yellow flag in section 2 as we speak. Ricardo Riva now on the outside. John coming up the inside line.
He surely got the better speed, but the inside line, nothing much he can do. Can he make it around the outside? Probably not.
That's exactly mirror movement of last lap.
Yeah, he was trying to switch through there, but yeah.
Riva being a bit more cautious maybe now. John putting the elbows out to not lose the
it's Coelho and Middleton. There's a battle going on at the back too.
And Vitigas going outside the track limits again.
Right now we have a battle in the lead, the battle in the middle, and the battle all the way back in the backfield.
Riva trying to go around the outside in turn 5. You do not see that every day. And look at the gap that Pastore has on Brown, 33 seconds.
Yeah.
That's almost 1 second per lap. Since the race is now 34 minutes old.
Check the battle of the lead. Giuseppe, less than a second always, putting the pressure on Nicola Pastore.
Yes, but Riva against Villegas is a battle right now. Barely 4 tenths separate the two drivers. And it's only for P6.
It's only for P6, that is true. That is true, as Johnny is...
There we see Riva trying to put pressure now.
Yeah, this is a good coming up, as Oli Baddison is also behind. I think Oli Baddison, he sees them battling and be like, oh god, please guys, keep battling, this is good news for me.
Got back to P8. Now Riva trying to avoid John Villegas breaking the toe. Riva going up the inside, and look at John defending. Some great racing going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is what GT racing should be all about. Giving each other just enough room to make the corner.
Baddison joins the battle too. This is literally a dream come true for Baddison, as they see two cars ahead of him battling. He knows anything can go wrong at any time, so he's just watching carefully.
Yeah, that could possibly be a pre-P6 for Baddison. So all he needs to do is keep on the track at this stage. And as we see, some of the GT cars have pitted already. Samir Arshad is one of them.
Yeah, looks like some cars are heading to the pit right now. As John Gutierrez, half a second.
Yes, Labelle as well in the pits.
Yeah.
Holsel and Whitehead went into the pits as well. No, Holsel did not pit. Whitehead went into the pits. Jason Whitehead, the P4 guy in LMP2 class. Probably undercutting Holsel, because Holsel is now behind the GT cars. It's probably gonna get.
As we see ahead of him, if we look from the, all of them are going to the pit.
All of them going to the pits. So that's
maybe not.
Well. Surely looked like it was.
I mean, I can't cover any.
Trying to go on the inside. That's so tight.
Oh my god! They touch. Oh no! Oh my god! Bad news.
What did we tell you, boys?
Bad news for Ricardo. Absolutely bad news. Look at Oli Baddison taking the advantage of that battle. He knew something was gonna happen between these guys. They were battling like crazy. Wow, unfortunate event for Ricardo, as I think Johnny didn't mean. But it was for sure. It was for sure John's fault.
Putting a show on today, and John as well. Now Ricardo is gonna have to do it all over again.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would give the benefit of the doubt to Ricardo, as I think John might have touched the back of his car. Could be considered racing incident, but a like harsh penalty would be John's fault.
Man, it looked like Ricardo moved towards John.
Yeah, so it could be. Yeah, this is at the 50-50 race incident, I would call it. But it's okay for Ricardo, as he knows he got the pace to catch up to John Van Der Kisten, and possibly.
Yes, and also Ricardo was lucky not to hit the wall.
Oh yeah, he might have collected slight damage, but not that much. It was just a pit maneuver.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not intentional.
He was able to hold the brakes.
Yeah.
The winner from this battle is Oli Baddison. He gained 2 places in one move.
Yeah, looks like he learned from David Capruzzi earlier.
Yes.
As John
Capruzzi is actually very close to Ericsson right now.
He is half a second.
Capruzzi putting pressure, half a second.
Half a second behind, and Johnny Gutierrez is also half a second behind Carl Middleton.
Yeah, less than half a second. They're literally line astern. So Johnny Gutierrez now putting pressure on Middleton. He wants this win.
But he really needs a good exit. There is like that strong line, the longest line in Fuji. He needs to get a good exit here. This is the best opportunity pass for him. Make sure you can hit that apex, nail that throttle, manage it easy, and tuck into the split stream.
But Carl Middleton got lucky. He got a draft from the BMW.
Yeah, but if I were Johnny, I would switch to quali mode, whatever absolute best mode he has, to get this move done, because he's been struggling behind Carl Middleton.
It's coming.
Indeed it is coming. Indeed it is coming. Looks like Carl Middleton is in. Why is he not defending? Wow.
Because he probably had a speed advantage there.
Yeah, but Johnny still he's hesitant and desperate at the same time. Not a good combination you would want to have when you're fighting someone. You should focus
he's putting the pressure. That's what counts.
Yeah, but at some point your tires will also give up and you'll be a prey instead of a hunter at some point. So you should make the move when you know you can. And not just try to just wave and look for every possible way to pass, because he knows that the straight is the best passing opportunity for Johnny Gutierrez.
As we speak, Ricardo Riva went into the pits probably to fix damage and
we'll
fuel and change tires. We gotta look out for John Villegas because he's gonna have to pit as a consequence.
For sure.
It's a pretty intense race.
Yeah, 3 wide, pit maneuvers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Villegas going up the inside on Battison. Battison now falling back to P7.
A lot of place exchanges. I can't even keep up with what's going on right now.
Yes, Gutierrez now gaining on the straight.
Yeah, they're going to the pit. Yes, they're both going to the pit.
But Milton spins in the pit lane. Incredible lead change in the pit lane.
Oh my god!
Gutierrez is gifted the lead.
What had happened to Carl Middleton? Is a really bad, unfortunate event.
He's gonna have to hope his pit crew makes a killer pit stop and trying to get the time back, because Gutierrez is gonna have clear track now.
Yeah, look at Guti all the way far, like next to the exit of the pit lane, which is a big advantage in the racing. If you guys don't know this, I mean, the closer you are to the exit is a better advantage from what I know, but maybe not. If anything, this is good news for Johnny Gutierrez.
That is amazing news for Johnny Gutierrez.
Yeah, as he exits right now,
Gutierrez is out.
Carl Middleton still sitting in the pit. Yeah,
man.
I think.
Drama.
Yeah, I think he's fixing that damage he collected. Probably that's why. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. A 45-second pit stop. Yeah, that will be
that's a costly gap.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the 20s, in the 20-second gap almost, if not more, because Carl Middleton is still exiting the pit. It's already 16-second, going up 17, 18, up to 20-second.
Man.
Yeah, just like I expected. If not more, it's going up. Yeah, which opens the door for Jason Whited. It's 5 seconds now behind Carl Middleton. Wow. I mean, this is Johnny's best dreams. To have Carl Middleton spin at the entrance of the pit lane, I didn't see that coming.
No, me neither, man. Incredible drama.
I did not see that coming. As David Capuzzi is trying to...
Middleton didn't expect it as well.
I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, how could you spin there? I mean, that's...
Probably slightly locking up the rear tires, maybe.
Maybe
while
not.
Slowing down for the pit limiter.
I mean, well, fortunately the replay feature is still unfunctioned. Could have taken a look, but yeah.
Oh, and David Capuzzi now really putting pressure on Barrett Ericsson. That's for P4 in class.
Yeah, it is
Barrett
for
Ericsson
P4.
Really relaxing in the last few races.
We know Barrett
really
Ericsson.
Making a show.
Yeah, but Barrett Ericsson, he's type of dude that, like, look, he's not even defending. He plays the endurance game. He doesn't push you. He doesn't push himself either. He waits for the right moment, and he knows that this is an endurance race.
Capuzzi with a great clean move.
Yeah, clean move, but obviously because Mr. Barrett Ericsson didn't decide to defend there. He's just if he sees you have slightly better pace, he switches the plan immediately. He had that. How do I say it? It's like his plans are on the fly, can be adjusted, which is what I like about Barrett Ericsson. Very smart dude. Very smart dude behind the wheel. Knows how to put his strategy at the best time, and I mean, it gave him 2 wins, didn't it? In a row.
Yes. Both Road America and Patras.
I mean, if Giuseppe and Nicola wasn't in this race, he would be in P2 right now. So No
Yeah, and
disrespect
effectively
to
gaining points in the
yeah,
standings
no
towards
disrespect to
joining
him,
the
but
US.
I mean, even with slightly slower pace than the Pastori boys, he's still a smart dude behind the wheel. You should watch out for him. I mean, you pass him and you feel like you made something, but out of the pit, you see him
Yeah,
10 seconds ahead of you.
I mean, Ericsson is not fighting with the Pastore in the standings, so there's no reason for him to try and
Yeah,
make a battle out of that.
that's requires a smart brain to know that, because when you're racing, it is real, like the adrenaline is taking over. It doesn't make you let you think. That's why you have engineers. You're just racing, and for you to do both jobs and make it work, it
Yeah,
is
it's
like
so easy to get carried away with the battle
absolutely
because you
yeah.
hate. I mean, you hate to see a guy taking the place from you, and it's so difficult to try and control your
Yeah,
emotions
did Samir Ashar
and say,
DNF'd?
"Oh man, that's weird." Yes, she did retire,
He
and
did the
Middleton getting a penalty.
what?
Which Middleton though? In GT class or LMP2 class? Because there's a Middleton in GT class as well, so it was probably Nigel Middleton in a GT class, so
For what?
he was outside the top 10 anyway.
Looks like Middleton didn't get a penalty. He's okay.
Maybe track limits?
Wow. Surely it's not Car Middleton. Maybe.
Yeah, look at that. He's gonna serve the penalty right now. He's in the pit lane as we speak. Yellow flag in sector 2 as well.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, not sure what happened to Lewis Middleton.
Yeah, drive through. Look at that. Drive through penalty.
Wow. That's
We're not sure why. Probably, maybe he pitted and overshoot the pit limiter
Yeah.
threshold.
Look at this battle, Lori. Look at this triple battle right here.
Yeah, Jens Roos being
Yeah, Seppi is going around him and gets that move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roos
and,
really.
he was passing him. He was
not
passing him. My
making it
apologies.
easy for the Pastore boys.
Yeah, I got too excited, Lori. He was just passing a blue flag. I didn't have enough drama today.
I mean, Roos is fighting with Metcalf, so this is actually interesting because we have the leaders and the P10 and P9 boys fighting as VDGS goes into the pit.
Yeah.
VDGS had a contact with someone because he fell all the way back to P8 before the pit.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully the damage isn't too much to force him to.
Maybe that was the reason why we had the yellow flag in sector 2.
Maybe. Let's hope the damage is not disturbing him from driving as he wants, because if he's fixing damage, it will be very costly. Where's Michael Labelle? Nicola and Giuseppe are ahead of a P2 car. How is that even possible? I can't understand.
Probably Labelle had to fix damage.
Maybe. Something must have happened to. He's way far from his class. He's just on his own right now. What an unfortunate event for Mr. Michael Labelle.
Yeah, he had the contact with me.
Because we have Samir joining us right now, one of the drivers today.
Samir joining us unexpectedly. That's kind of unexpected.
What happened, Samir, to you in the race?
As we have the possibility to
right
interview you in
we
the
had
race.
a little contact because I was slowing down to give him the space to go, and I think he didn't get my signal, and he just turned into me. That's it. And we had slightly contact. I think I had most of the damage, and he had just slightly damage on the back. But I hope he didn't lose much time than me. And then he's P5, as I see. Yeah, that's why he had to fix the damage for sure.
Wow,
that's a nice way. Nice to have the drivers from the race joining us and have their
first
point
of all,
view. Sam, how was the pace before the crash?
Actually, I was at least, as I can say, I was like Capruzzi, because we were managing, me and Riccardo. Riccardo is still driving, so we were managing. We had like 2 tenths or 3 tenths more than them, and John is low in the last sector, but his very top speed is very more than us, and
Yeah,
we
the
were
Ferrari has a
struggling. We
very
were
high
struggling
top
there.
end.
In the last sector, we were like really close to each other, and I had to avoid once in the last turn on the right-hander John because he had to brake. But apart from that, I think I could have been P3, but then I was too tired since yesterday, and I was missing a lot of my braking points.
Yeah, we're very sad for what happened to you, Sam. It was absolute fantastic battles from you and the boys. Sadly, it didn't end the way you wanted, but maybe for the
No,
next
I'm
race.
happy.
You still have one more race to go, so nothing to be ashamed of.
I think I will not. I will not be racing. I think so. Then I don't know.
Yeah, but we're sad to see it ends like this. Nonetheless, we'll be interviewing more of the guys lately in the race, as we see now Jason Watted, 17 seconds behind Carl Middleton. Carl Middleton is building the gap. Did you see that, Lorenzo? 16 seconds of up to 15 second now behind Joni, as he was.
Yeah, he's recovering.
He is
Maybe
really
Gutierrez
recovering.
is taking his time.
He is taking his time. He's trying to. We're seeing him put in clean laps once again. The Carl Middleton we always knew. He's building the gap slowly but surely. He still has 40 minutes to make something, to make a move. As Thomas Holzel is saved from Mikhail Labelle and 26 seconds behind Jason White. They shouldn't be in any threatening position. So just stay there in case anything wrong, which we do not wish, but just predict if anything wrong happens. I mean, Thomas can get a podium from Jason White, but we know Jason White is not, obviously won't be making any mistakes, surely. Let's not jinx it for the man. As we took a short break right there, we have Jason Watted, 17 seconds now behind Carl Middleton. Carl Middleton is making that pace go down, as we don't know if Johnny Gutierrez is having issues with the... Yeah, as we speak, we see him having issues with the traffic. Nicola Pastori has lost the position now to Giuseppe Pastori.
That's actually a lead change in GT class.
It is a lead change. I think Johnny Gutierrez played a big role there, as he forced Nicola to go wide, but looked like Pastori also wanted to maybe make use of Johnny passing Giuseppe, but didn't work for him. But he's not that far behind. I mean, Giuseppe's... he goes wide as I speak. Looks like
you're jinxing it then.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
Enough.
I mean,
It's
I don't know
1-1.
what it's been like this all the races. We've been jinxing for the boys. Takes the lead. He didn't even enjoy it. Then lost it. I mean, as funny as it sounds, it's saddening for Mr. Giuseppe. But I mean, I have
if you guys like the content, make sure to check out simracingonline.co.uk. These guys have plenty of racing going on, not only on our Factor 2, even on Automobilista 2, Assetto Corsa, and Assetto Corsa Competizioni, of course. And make sure to check us out on Discord, link in the chat and in our biography, and as well as Instagram. We have a very nice profile there, so make sure to check us out. And if you want to be part of the racing, just make sure to join. Barrett Eriksson now exiting from the pits. There we see him. Just gonna be lapped by Nicola and Giuseppe probably. Now Middleton coming up to lap the GT leaders.
Yeah, it looks like I think Giuseppe
This
should,
time in a cleaner way than Gutierrez for
yeah,
sure.
I think Lori, I think Giuseppe needs to wait for a move from like just what happened with the LMP2, because the LMP2 guys are not like, especially Carl Middleton, going down to 10 seconds right now. He's shaving those seconds behind Johnny. Maybe Johnny is saving, we don't know for sure. Maybe they need an extra pit stop, but Carl Middleton is shaving those seconds. But I think, going back to the point, Giuseppe needs to wait for a good moment until an LMP2 car rushes in the Story or Nicola. Then he can take an advantage of that. What do you think, Laurie?
Yeah, I think that's the strategy. I think Giuseppe's keeping the Ferrari behind him, is timing the move just right from the circuit, because as we know, the Ferrari is almighty on the straight. There's no way you can, match the top end of the Ferrari. But what you can do is beat the Ferrari in the technical part of the track, with that being the last sector. So you got to be very, very precise on choosing the overtaking place. I reckon the best way to do that is by forcing a move in the chicane. But yeah, it's easy to speak from where I'm standing.
Yeah, easier said than done, even for a driver. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
Even if you have a move, you still can't know for sure if it's gonna like work or not until it works.
Also, we do not have information about the brakes condition of these cars. I mean, if the brakes do not work as good as they should be, you're not gonna be able to force a move, especially in these heavy braking zone that we have here at Fuji. So it's as I said, it's a matter of setups as well. You gotta calibrate every component, every setting, just in the right way to make sure the brakes work fine, the temperature of the tires is optimal, and it's a tricky matter, really.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As Carl Middleton is down to 9 seconds now behind the Gutierrez.
Yeah, he's gaining about 2.5 seconds per lap. He's really on a flyer.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to.
Yellow flag in sector 2 as we speak.
Yeah,
not
looks
sure
like
what happened there,
something might have happened
probably
in the lead,
the
or maybe not.
Guys, yes.
Yeah, we still getting another yellow.
I'm not sure what's happening, but
yeah, doesn't look like anybody lost positions.
Kind of weird.
Yeah,
Middleton maybe.
Nobody lost any position from my perspective. So maybe somebody went wide and gave a yellow. So
Giuseppe Pastore passing the Ferrari.
yeah, finally getting the position he
yeah,
got in
but
the
the
first
Ferrari
place.
is gonna have the speed advantage to there outside of turn 5. There's a run up the straight. Look at the Ferrari being very, very tight and nimble on the outside.
Yeah, as Jason White is about to pass the boys, the leaders, Pastori guys. Not sure if they're brothers. I might have to ask him later.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
See what's the relation between these fast gentlemen. As we see Jason White about to pass these guys, so this also could open the door for Nicola to probably pass Giuseppe again. Or it could work against him.
Around the outside.
I think that's a clever move. Even, I mean, he knows he had better downforce, but it just doesn't work there. It's not a high-speed corner for you to go around the outside. I think Nicola is heading to the pit lane.
Speaking, probably, yes.
Yeah, he is heading to the pit
down,
lane.
yes, he's in the
Good move, good call.
Let's see if Giuseppe can answer the undercut.
Yeah, this was a great call by Nicola. Because I think about when he exits, he'll probably have clear track ahead of him. But it's Thomas Holzel. He's passing the...
Capruzzi 1 second behind Brown. Capruzzi fell back. Maybe that was the reason we had yellow flags. Because Capruzzi was P4 and fighting with Ericsson. He was not behind Brown.
Yeah, he lost 2 positions if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Barrett Ericsson, Mr. Lorenzo is in the podium. No jinx. Absolutely clear jinx comment from a broadcaster himself. We wish nothing but the best to Barrett Erickson. Not trying to jinx it for him, but he never. What's the word here? I got lost in my words, Laurie. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm a big fan of Barrett Erickson. I am a big fan.
I mean, he is the most patient guy in the championship. That has been the upper hand that he has over John van der Gast. Because John van der Gast is very, very much in the fight every time. He's fighting, he's protecting his position as hard as he can. And that is costing him time in races. We have seen that happening in Road America. We have seen that happening today as well. Ericsson, on the other hand, is the patient type.
Yeah, I just like when there's what I say, a mental game going on, or like a brain.
And sorry to bother you, but Giuseppe Pastore got a penalty. He overshoot the pit lane.
He did.
He will have a drive-through. He will have a
yeah,
drive-through
it looks like from the overlays.
That actually destroys Giuseppe's race.
This could open
Actually
doors for
puts him
Barrett.
under threat. That puts him under threat of Barrett Ericsson.
Let's see where this is gonna put him.
Look at Nicola just passing by.
There he is.
Just outside last corner.
I mean, Barrett isn't that far.
Oh no! Sorry, the penalty was awarded to the 51 car. So Nicola Pastore is serving the drive-through.
Wow, what a turn!
The 99 BMW effectively leading this race.
What a turnaround of event. I mean, I'm really, I am wishing that Barrett can actually take advantage of this. Not sure what's the, Nicola's already out. Not sure.
Nicola had probably made the right call by pitting one lap earlier than the BMW.
Yeah, but I think it ruined every possible chance for him to possibly win this race.
Yeah, it's now looking. I mean, he has to gain about 1 second per lap.
Yeah, as we see the driver of the day, in my opinion, Carl Middleton, from 20 seconds to 6 seconds. Wow, look at that! Absolute fantastic job.
The gap is still coming down.
Yes, man, to get down to 20 seconds and it's still 28 minutes to go. That is absolute fantastic job from Carl Middleton, because we know for a fact that it's not a downside to Joni, but he's not a slow driver. It's not an easy driver to catch, is he?
Absolutely not. So Carl Middleton really putting on a show today.
Wow.
His pace. He's basically done a qualifying stint. He's had to. I know, I'm not joking. He's had to recover about 20 seconds in the space of 14 minutes. That's a hell of a stint.
Wow.
That's 1.5 seconds per lap on average.
Very impressive.
Gained on Gutierrez.
Without jinx, clear, jinx free.
Hell of a lap.
Jinx free comment, very impressive from Mr. Carl Middleton. I feel like, Laurie, we always have to say jinx free because I don't want to put these boys in the harm of the commentary, you know. It is really bad. We saw that a couple of times. As Thomas Holdville passes the Falcon livery, Lewis Middleton. She was doing great. What happened to Lewis Middleton? I mean, he's P10, he's in the top 10, but could have been better. He took a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Did he? Right?
Yes, he did. Drive-through for speed limiter infringement.
And he's back to P10. I mean, good so far.
Yeah,
it's getting better, from worse to better. Jen Rose too.
I think Jens Rose, yes. Also, I want to say props to Capruzzi, because he was having a torrid time in Istanbul. He was dead last. And today he's in the top 5, and he was only about 10 minutes ago. He was fighting for P3, so really great race from Davide.
Yeah, you had to give it to him for this incredible job. Well, I mean, you saw when fights were happening between Samir and Ricardo, he just sat back, watched, waited for the right moments. Something wrong happens, took 2 birds with 1 stone.
Incredible sense of timing.
Indeed. Like I said, when I see a driver actually using, like, strategically and trying to like it's like a chess game, trying to see the move, when to put it, the right time, that's what I like to see in racing. Because it's not just about being fast. It's way more to it than just that.
It's complicated and way more complicated than that.
Indeed. I mean, yeah, it's just cars going around a circle. Absolutely not.
I mean, yeah,
absolutely
speed
not.
is one of the fundamentals for winning, but consistency, precision, having a clean race overall, that really comes into
because
play in an endurance race.
If you want to take the same ideology and say that, okay, chess is just a board and it's just pawns and knights and queens moving around, it's simple, right? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Strategy is crucial.
Yeah, I mean, to be a GM, a grandmaster, whatever you want to be, it takes a long time of knowing how strategy works, where to be, where not to be, the right time, and it's just the same thing applies for racing. I'm not saying it's as chess, but obviously it has its own challenges and hardships.
Sorry to interrupt you, Nas, but I just want to say that Middleton is cracking the 4 seconds threshold.
Indeed, this is
the best stint, one of the best stints we have seen all season.
I have to agree.
There is Gutierrez. Gutierrez probably lost time trying to lap. That would be Metcalf, probably. Brad Metcalf in the BMW.
Lori, put yourself in Johnny's shoes, and you see the time going from 25 seconds down to 3 seconds. That's not pressure. I don't know what pressure is.
That's gonna be pressure.
Oh,
yeah.
That BMW went a little bit
25
wide.
minutes left. Middleton is gonna have plenty of time to recover that.
But like if this is not putting pressure on Johnny, I mean, dude.
Oh,
it's just,
Johnny Gutierrez got lucky this time. Ed Jones.
Yeah, but I think Ed Jones he's not fighting anyone, so he would clearly give the position immediately to the P2 guy. Trying not to ruin her.
It's now time for the fight.
It is.
See Gutierrez in his.
As we cross the 24-minute mark. This is exciting, Lori.
Plenty to play for, boys.
Absolutely exciting
fights. This
fights.
race is really coming alive. This series, man, what a high level of racing we have witnessed. Really, I feel privileged to have witnessed this level of endurance racing, because you don't see that every day.
Yeah, and so do I.
Even if in prize money championships with 8-hour races, we have seen many dirty moves by the prototypes. And to see that actually clean multi-class racing is possible really brings a smile to my face, because it's really what modern racing is all about, you know. And also it blends the ancient way of racing, like 24-hour Le Mans style, with different class of races, and you know, it's a great format, and so I'm very happy that we have been able to broadcast these type of races for the last month, effectively. So yeah, as I said, guys, check eitharacingteam, because plenty more to come.
Absolutely, and SimRacingOnline will always provide you with the best possible racing. As it's really been fun. I mean, if I saw this anywhere else, I would say these people are fighting for a big money prize. I would absolutely say they are, even though they're not.
Yeah, the level has been that high. Really.
Yeah. Jason Whitehead is 10 seconds. I don't know if Thomas didn't pit or not, but Jason Whitehead is right now in P4. What happened to him?
Probably Holthall is yet to pit, I think.
Yeah, he's 9 seconds.
Sure,
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. "22 minutes to go." Jason White, I'm not sure. I mean, Thomas Holzel is 72 seconds, sorry, behind Carl Middleton, the P3. So, unless Carl Middleton DNF'd, there's no chance for Thomas to catch him. But Carl Middleton, we all know he's on a mission to snatch that P1 from Gutierrez.
Yeah, it's now 3.6 seconds away.
3.6 seconds is no joke. I mean, from 20 seconds in less than 40 minutes. I mean, that
Yeah, he's
guy's...
now well under the 3-second mark, so Middleton really making a run for it.
Yeah. As we go back to my favorite livery of the day. Wow, look at that, Laurie. I want to stand
Yeah,
next
that
to
is
it.
very shiny, and the black color evens it out, so it's really nice to see.
I don't know, I just feel like touching
Really
it. I just want
pleasing to the eye.
I wish I had like a virtual hand and I can touch it.
Yeah, we gotta look for the model car of this livery.
Oh
Maybe it
yeah,
exists,
oh
I
yeah.
don't know. As we get a yellow flag in sector 3, Capruzzi is now catching back towards Ericsson. Is now 4 seconds shy of the championship leader.
Yeah, and looks like Nicola can't do much to catch Giuseppe. 17 seconds. He has two drivers have the same pace. Would be kind of hard to put down. I mean, yeah, nothing much he can do but just sit back.
You would have to gain almost 1 second.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, and it's what
tough.
we're crossing the 20-minute mark. I mean, not that I wanted to, but mathematically it's impossible. But we know that math literally has nothing to do when it comes to racing. Everything is unpredictable.
Capruzzi really on the edge with the Porsche. It was almost sideways
3.5
outside of turn 5.
3.6 seconds.
Yeah, he's gaining on Ericsson. Ericsson has got to look out.
For sure, for sure. But we don't know. But Barrett Ericsson is a very calm driver. Mistakes aren't really his things to do. He's just put his laps. He controls his laps. Very consistent driver, if you want to say. I mean, it's sad we didn't get to see the driver of last race, Will Caligari.
Yeah, and also Tony Talvice. That's a big absence.
Yeah.
From LMP2. He was the pole sitter for this race, and he probably had some network issue.
Indeed, as we had inside information that Mr. Will Caligari is his birthday, so we would like to wish him a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday,
today,
man.
Yeah. He just turned 69. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. That was a terrible joke.
Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely terrible. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. Happy birthday again to William Caligari. We wish him the best in his racing career, and we can't wait to see him probably in Daytona. Who knows?
Barrett Ericsson really under pressure from Capruzzi now. 2.5 seconds the gap between the two drivers.
Yeah.
Capruzzi has made up 9 places until from the race start. I think even if should he DNF, I do not hope so. But he's the driver of the day in GT class for me.
Indeed. But I wanna put the intention a little bit to John Van Der Kist. It's only less than a second behind Didier Coelho. Maybe he would be for his best interest to pass him and get that P6. Any points for Mr. John would be
to limit
very
the
welcomed.
damage. Because we'll see how Daytona goes. Really.
He's only 13 points behind. He's basically fighting Didier Coelho. 13 points in the lead behind in the championship in the driver's standing behind Mr. Coelho. Sorry. So he might want to get past him. This would surely put a big advantage to put him in the 4th place in the driver's stand-in. So he should try to start thinking about, as we said, Giuseppe passing him, blue flag lapping him. He's not that far from Coelho. He really needs to make this move. He doesn't have much time to lift, but 17 minutes technically should be enough for John. As we know, he's not an easy driver to let go that easily. So for sure.
We have information that the last yellow flag, unfortunately, was for Middleton. He spun and he lost about 10 seconds towards Johnny Gutierrez.
Wow.
So Carlos got all to do it again.
Yeah, after that heroic build from almost 30 to 25 seconds, can't even remember, down to 13 seconds. That was incredible job from Mr. Carl Middleton. Fortunately, 14 seconds and 16 minutes will be 1 second each lap, and then you have to pass.
It's gonna be difficult, but we'll see.
Yeah, we get
he
another
has been
yellow.
able to do that pace, to keep that pace for most of the race. So
Indeed, indeed.
let's wait and see.
Absolutely. As Johnny Gutierrez sitting in a comfortable lead, 14 seconds. I mean, I'm sure he has his data next to him as he sees Carl Middleton time going down up to all the way to 14 seconds. Should put him in ease and slightly takes the pressure a bit out of his shoulder to let him focus on his laps. He has only a quarter of an hour to do. So I'm not sure if they have to stop or not yet, because it looks like Whitehead and Labelle made 2 stops.
I don't think they have to stop again. I mean,
But
Whitehead and Labelle had to stop probably because of a wrong strategy.
Maybe.
Gutierrez and Middleton both pitted when we were at the 50 minutes mark, so exactly halfway into the race. Not sure they're gonna pit again.
Sure either, but
That's actually for position. There's Whitehead all over. That's for the podium in LMP2.
yeah, it is for the podium.
Let's go on board with Whitehead and let's follow his action. There we go. On board on the straight. The Toyota headquarters, a few kilometers away from here. As we know, Fuji Speedway is historically Toyota's track.
Thomas goes a little bit wide there. Oh, I hate to see Thomas, because I was a big fan of his livery. He's still a big fan, but I'd hate to see him lose a position. But I also will be happy for Jason to get that P3, because he actually was in that P3 in the beginning. So he's kind of taking back what
Yes,
he
he
lost.
was.
He's just collecting what he lost. So let's hope this goes well for both drivers. As Thomas goes.
There we
a
see
little
Whitehead
wide.
with a nice switchback.
Yeah.
Also moving his car in just the right place to.
Yeah, but Thomas still has the
Whitehead
inside
making
line
a
there.
move.
So technically, if Jason doesn't
Let's
go
see
for
what Jason Whitehead does into the chicane. He chooses to be patient.
with
It's a smart
glowing
move.
red brakes right there. Look at that.
Yeah, the temperature rising up on those carbon ceramic, brakes. These brakes are made on purpose to withstand temperature of about 1,000 degrees. The record that was checked was on an LMP1 car in turn 1. Actually, in 2016, I think it was a Toyota LMP1 car with 997 degrees Celsius on the front brakes. Incredible amount of heat being produced. These brakes are made on purpose to withstand those performances, for sure. As we now see Holzel protecting the inside line.
Yeah, Holzel has like traffic right now next to him. He needs to, goes around. Why?
Holzel chooses the
What a
outside.
move by Thomas.
That was
Clearly
so
cut
dangerous.
the grass.
Actually worked though.
I mean,
He's
I
got a
was.
bit of a breathing space now.
I said why and immediately took it back, because that was astonishing move to go over the grass.
That was a great move.
Yeah, because he needs to be on the outside of the track, so didn't want to compromise his entrance. Wow. Wow. Jason Whitehead still looks like he still can't make the move on Thomas Holzel, even though he had the better pace. He's been patient.
Looks like Jason Whitehead's car is the stronger on the braking. He gained a whole full lot of time on
He
the
does, or
braking
maybe
there for the
Holzel is
chicane.
just suffering. It could be that Holzel is just suffering because he's been locking up, going wide most of the times, which would leave Jason Whitehead in a really good place to execute a overtake. This is looking good.
Let me just say, Whitehead's livery is very elegant.
Is Thomas Holzel going to the pit? No, he's just defending. Wow, good job. Good
He's
thinking.
breaking the toe. Now Jason Whitehead trusting the pace of his car. Look at the draft that Whitehead has now on Holzel. Is surely gonna have a look up the outside now. Holzel protecting the trajectory really nicely.
Yeah, I think Thomas did a
Probably
good move, but I
probably
think
gonna be surviving another lap.
maybe he faked that he was going to the pit in order to. Not sure about if he can cross that white line of the pit lane.
Ooh, just getting out of shape there, out of turn 3.
Yeah, is he trying to make around the outside? Probably he is. I think Thomas sees that and probably stays in the middle. Good defended by
Amazing
Thomas.
defense from also. He's
Oh, yeah.
positioning himself very well. Now let's see in the chicane. This is the critical zone for Whitehead. His car is very strong under braking. He's gotta look for that inside line. Also, protecting the center of the track. Really smart moves
Oh yeah.
by Thomas
He
Holzel.
went over that
Whitehead
curb.
not being able to exploit the switcheroo. Also, really making it Whitehead. And we know that Holzer is a very good defensive driver, and he's surely showing up his skills today. Look at the position of that car. That is spot on to avoid Whitehead getting around. Now, let's see if they can use the lapped cars as an advantage. Whitehead needs to take the draft now. Also, really incredible sense of timing with the lapped cars as well. Also,
Yeah, looks like he's taking that to Jesus.
look at Whitehead under braking again. He's struggling to slow that thing down. I think he has tremendous top speed, but those brakes really making the work.
Yeah, 10 minutes remaining for Jason Whitehead to get that pass done.
Oh, Whitehead, I love his driving style, man. He's so spectacular.
For sure.
Oh, look at that!
Wow!
Whitehead.
Oh my, they're gonna touch! Wow,
Oh,
what a...
big crash.
But technically,
Whitehead is gonna have
Jason
to
should
let
just...
Holzer
not
pass.
sure about the damage they got, but that was really sketchy. Looks like Jason might have lost control and just went to the inside, but Thomas didn't see him and collided like head on to the side of his car. Not sure how much damage Jason collected, but technically they're still not far from each other. But let's see if the damage will put Jason in a bad spot or not. I don't know. As we see, Thomas already going sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, I think he got damaged in the front.
Probably, yes. That's gonna cost him in the last sector.
I mean, Lorenzo, I took
look at
my
Whitehead.
head.
Whitehead's backhand is now all over the...
Yeah, but I literally turned my head to check over the data, and then suddenly I see Thomas Holzer going straight head on to Jason Whitehead car. Absolutely not what I was expected to see.
Whitehead, looks like Whitehead locked up the brakes, the rear brakes in fact, down the hill at turn 5, and that put the car sideways. He did a good job at catching the slide, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he rejoined the track.
Looks like he's suffering a little bit. You see that, Lorenzo?
See that.
He's almost losing the car. Like when he's exiting, he's like he has to
he's
correct
very
it
loose now.
because he got hit in the back. So I'm sure he's got like
look
rear
at that.
damage. Yeah, but
You
yeah,
know
I'm
Whitehead is
surprised
a
he's still
very
holding it.
precise driver. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and again sideways. Whitehead on the edge.
At the Rift 2 style, if you want to call it.
Yeah, that's an amazing style of driving, especially in a prototype car.
It is very hard to. I mean, these cars rely on downforce, and for you to lose it and still keep it is easy. Maybe try to lunge it as compromise John a little bit there, as John is also having a battle, I believe. Not really, no, he's 3
Look
seconds.
at Whitehead now, he's got to run. He had to look up
God.
to the side there for 1 second. There
This
we go. Up
this
the
might
inside,
be this
again
might get turned
sideways.
ugly. This is
Yeah,
this.
Whitehead does not have full control of the backhand of the Oreca.
Yeah,
Great piece of driving though.
yeah. Jason is in control with the damage he's got. Trying not to jinx it for the man.
Yeah,
He is in control.
It's tough to do that. Also is being able to survive because he gets a nice run out of the last 2 corners. That builds up a bit of a gap, a bit of a breathing space on the
I think Thomas still has that straight line advantage, but Jason always gets him up in the braking.
Yes, and I told you the Whitehead is working pretty damn good on the braking. His brakes are probably in an optimal temperature, as now we see. Who's that? Capruzzi.
David Capruzzi.
And getting in the way of the battle of the 2 LMP2 cars. but not too much. Whitehead is being able to.
I mean, I really want to cover the other cars, but this is turning really hot and really intense.
Yeah, this is the best battle on the track right now.
I am surprised of the pace Jason is putting. Oh, Lawson lost it! Oh my dear God!
Drops it on the braking.
Oh my dear
Probably
Lord!
he.
And they almost touched with Johnny.
Oh man,
that's an unsafe rejoin.
Rejoin. Thomas attacked the curb a bit too hard there, and the front tires jumped in the air. So
I mean, Nicola should be thankful he wasn't leading, because if he got collected there, he could have cost him dearly. I know it's 5 minutes to go, but wow, maybe Thomas didn't calculate it very well. Maybe didn't see as the heat of the moment and joined in an unsafe manner as he's trying to recover his positions very desperately.
Look at how far Whitehead is already in front. I think that's
Whitehead is 13 seconds ahead. I mean,
yeah, that's gonna be tough to recover.
Yeah, in less than 5
Unless
minutes.
Whitehead makes a mistake,
which we hope not. But
yeah, as we saw Holthel attack the inside curve quite hard, and the front of the car just lost grip completely. And when the tires finally came back on the tarmac, the car gripped suddenly, and the electronics on these cars are made so that you get grip instantly from the tires, so no chance really for Holthel to hold the spin.
Absolutely not. Johnny Gutierrez still maintaining the lead, 13 seconds over Carl Middleton. Marches through his last 4 minutes.
It's possible that Gutierrez kept an extra amount of fuel for the last closing stages.
Maybe, because looks like Carl Middleton was...
That's why he was losing.
Yeah, when I was watching Carl Middleton, he was shaving 2 seconds each lap. It's astonishingly good.
Yes.
Maybe because, like you said, Johnny was maybe saving for the last stage of the race. We never know for sure. Some things I really never get to understand, because we know Johnny Gutierrez is fast and Carl Middleton is fast, but sometimes the pace changes subtly without us, because we're not in the car. We can't know for sure why.
Yellow in sector 2.
Yeah, I saw that. Yellow in sector 2. Wonder what's happening. Unfortunately,
Maybe
we don't have
a...
We can't for sure check where we get in the yellow. Hopefully we get an update soon from
Holthel in the pits. Holthel in the pits.
Yeah, he's going to fix the damage probably.
LMP2 is effectively over.
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty, but it's not. It's just, I mean, maybe he lost his fuel.
I mean, he's playing it safe, really.
Yeah,
no point in trying to...
Mikael Labelle is 2 laps behind. Nothing to be worried about. Back at the GTE, they're very spread out.
Yeah, Giuseppe Pastore leading comfortably from Nicola Pastore in P2.
Yeah, even the leaders 20 seconds ahead. Looks like Joe Brown is catching up to Barrett Ericsson for the P3.
Yeah, there he is. I don't think 3 minutes are going to be enough, but Joe is surely making it hard for Barrett Ericsson to enjoy the last laps.
Yeah, I mean, 1.7 seconds.
I reckon the GT cars have 2 laps left, so it's really now or never for Joe Brown.
2 minutes and 1.5 seconds should probably be enough for you if you really want to make this happen, because Joe Brown really needs to snatch that position from Barrett Ericsson if he wants to make some points in the championship lead. Because Joe Brown is 8 points behind Jen Rose, which is 22 points behind us. He's 30 points behind Barrett Ericsson, so him snatching that podium will possibly put him ahead of Jen Rose, which really not happy for what was going on with Jen Rose. He's really having a tough race today, all the way down to P11. As we see, he's on board right now. Yeah. It's an unfortunate race for Mr. Jen Rose as we get a yellow in sector 3. He could have been at the top, but I think he's not the only one having an issue today. Also, Ricardo Riva starting. Oh, he DNF'd.
Yes, he retired.
DNF'd alongside Rob Milliken. Did not
Probably
finish.
heavy damage.
Yeah, we were expecting really good race from Ricardo, but fortunately that didn't happen. Maybe in the next race. Next race will be the last race. Is that right, Roy?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful Daytona.
Daytona International Raceway. That's one hell of a place to race.
Oh, indeed. Carl Middleton is going down to 11 seconds, but not sure if that's going to be enough as there's only 1 minute left.
That's not going to be enough. There's one lap left. So.
As he's lapping, Thomas Halsall is under blue flag. As we will see blue flags waving on the electronics labels on the outside. Yeah, we see them far away. Should give the position soon. Yeah, he gives the position.
There it is.
I do like the respect going on between these guys. Because we ourselves,
good sportsmanship.
I mean, we don't like to speak for other leagues or name any names, but the amount of respect in this organization, if you want to call it that way, is really off the charts. Really like it. I really like it. I'm a big fan of the respect going on between the drivers. Whatever happened between track, always stay in track and get sorted before in a respectful sportsmanship way. As we read the forums, we read the comments from the guys. Always showing respect, always showing good sportsmanship, which I really adore, and makes me even proud to be part of this championship, part of this website, part of this organization, so to say. As we see Carl Middleton drop into 9 seconds.
Race is effectively over now.
Yeah, so it is effectively over. 0 minutes remaining. It's all up to Johnny. This is the last lap as he passes John from the outside.
Is Brown catching up to Ericsson?
Presumably think so, but he's 2.1 seconds now. It's not enough for him.
So it's not.
It's not enough for him to catch up to Mr. Barrett Ericsson. Good job from Mr. Barrett Ericsson. I always love the performance he puts on track. Very calm way. Something, especially young age drivers, some of them, not all of them, but some of them lack the patience to wait and calculate and know when and when not to do things. Something I really like about Mr. Barrett Ericsson. As we see Johnny heads up to the final corner after unfortunate events of happening in this race. Johnny Gutierrez once again
effectively winning the race with an amazing recovery.
As he crosses,
amazing battle with Middleton.
Yeah,
well-deserved win.
Congratulations to Johnny Gutierrez, P1.
And he also makes up the points to Tony Telvici after Tony had a problem with his network. And
yeah, because he didn't score any point, Mr. Tony. So this is good stuff for Mr. John Gutierrez. Congratulations to the man. What a race. What a fight with Mr. Carl Middleton.
Middleton P2. What a show he has been putting on.
As Giuseppe is
Pastore up the chicane now.
Yeah.
In a last sector for him.
Giuseppe is about to finish the race.
Johnny VD gets in the pits. Not sure what's happened but
he finished the race. He
finished? Okay,
yeah, he finished the race.
57 then for John Rodriguez.
Yeah, because
probably
Giuseppe
not
was
the result he was hoping for. But, still a good points pocket.
A respectful P7, but he could have.
Pastore Giuseppe up the last corner and winning the race in GT class.
Yeah, the fight is still going on, Lorenzo, between these two guys.
Yes, Coelho and Capruzzi.
Yeah. Race is over for the P2 guys, but now for the GT. There's still 3 more corners for these guys.
Actually, I think Coelho is ahead of Capruzzi. I think it's the dash is kind of wrong. I think Coelho peeped Capruzzi at the last moment.
Or maybe he's a lap down. It could be a lap down car.
I'm not sure.
No, it says 2.7 seconds, so...
And as we speak, Barrett Ericsson finishes in P3 and effectively puts one hand on the trophy.
Yeah. What a race from Giuseppe
Great race from Barrett Ericsson.
We saw the early stage. In the early stage, he was trying his best to pass his friend or relative Pastore, but he really nailed it at the end. when Pastore
Yes.
what happened to him. Giuseppe was
Cracked
there.
under pressure.
Yeah, he really proved to be the better man today. What a way to end this.
A
What a
great
way.
race, I must say. Intense racing all the way, from the first lap to the last one. So,
Oh, absolutely.
if you want to be
Absolutely.
part of the spectacle, guys, go and check simracingonline.co.uk and join ETA Racing Team for new content every day. We now have the final standings for the race. Johnny Gutierrez winning in P1, Carl Milton P2, Jason Whitehead with an amazing race in P3, also managing a P4 after an unfortunate contact at the end. Labelle with a tough race again, 2 laps down in P5. For GT, Giuseppe Pastore maximizing the mistakes of Nicola, P1 and P2. Barrett Ericsson in what was a tranquil race, I would say. P3, Joe Brown, an amazing race by the driver in P4. David Capuzzi, for me, the driver of the day in GT class, P5. Didier Coelho, P6. John van der Guest, an amazing battle with Riva, saw him collect damage in the earlier stage of the race, P7. Ed Jones, another great performance by Ed Jones. He made up 7 places from the start, finishes up in P8. Ollie Batterson, P9. Lewis Middleton, P10. And Jens Roos, P11. And finally, but last but not least, Brad Metcalf, the rookie with the BMW, in P12. An unfortunate race for Ricardo Riva. He had a contact with John van der Gast in turn one. He unfortunately wasn't able to continue the race, as well as Millikan and Arshad. Arshad was involved in a crash with Michael Labelle in a lapping maneuver. And we will now hear from Ricardo Riva, who is joining us in the chat. Um, I want to say, first of all, I'm sorry
Hey
about the
everyone.
result
Hi everyone.
because it was tough race. But how was the
Yeah, it
pace
was
before the crash?
an all-out battle with John. Uh, I have to say I'm a bit upset because of my mistake in the during the start, and I was having a really fast pace, quick pace. I was feeling good with the car, but I've been too sweet in the start, and I lost a bunch of positions who get me in some unwanted battle, And when you and probably the big mistake was using more wing, who gave me the who made me capable of doing very fast lap times, but it was difficult for me to fight the others in the straight. So I had to think of something, and yeah, well, it's racing. It happens. You can be angry for that. It was an all-out battle. We touched sometimes, but I mean, I repeat, it's racing. It's the fun part. I was having very much fun.
Thank you very much, man, and I wish you good luck for the next races. Great
Hope I'll be
potential
there.
and great pace.
I don't think so, but hope maybe the next one.
Well, we'll see you at the next events. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ricardo, for the amazing interview and the time. I appreciate
Bye
it.
everyone.
And
Hope
yeah,
you
have a good one.
enjoyed the battle. I really do.
Oh,
I
indeed we
really
did,
did.
Mr. Ricardo. Thanks again for.
And we have yet another driver joining us after the race. We have Samir Arshad in the chat,
Hey guys.
the Porsche driver. And I just want to ask, since I already asked you about today's race, I want to ask you, what do you think will be the game changer in Daytona next time up?
So I think Daytona, since nobody raced there, it's new track, new version, everything is new. It's gonna be a big challenge for everybody. And
It
also,
will. The
I
track
believe,
surface will be very slippery, I guess.
no, it's a new version, so it's very accurate. And I believe we might have a big difference between everybody because they can make a big difference if they have the knowledge on how to drive on Daytona.
Absolutely. Appreciate the time, Sam, and yeah, good luck for the next races. If not in this championship, in the next one. So
Indeed,
have a
as I
good
have,
one and enjoy the rest.
I have words, Laurie, from Mr. Nigel Middleton on why he couldn't. Apparently he had wheel issues from Nigel Middleton. Wheel issues,
okay.
so yeah, he had to.
Fortunate.
Yeah, he did some practice yesterday from what he says. Looks like
And probably wheel issues. Yeah, wheel issues is something that happened to many drivers in the first couple of rounds. So it's unfortunately common.
Sorry, I was having a couple of audio issues. As I said, Mr. Nigel Middleton had some issues with his wheel. He said he will take it apart. He was watching with us the broadcast, and same for says Roger Hintz was not going to take it apart. But didn't we see Roger Hintz in the race?
No, we didn't actually.
We did not. Wow, I feel like I did.
No, he was not. He was not in the race, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I think the most dramatic absence today was Tony Telvice taking
Indeed,
pole position, and then unfortunately maybe some network issue.
because that would be
Problems,
that would be a big change in the not
Yeah.
big, but a major change in the lead of the championship, wouldn't he?
Yes, he lost many points because Gutierrez won the race today.
Yeah, and he was already in the lead by 9 points.
Yes, so that's gonna be tough for him to recover in Daytona.
Indeed, looks like the championship lead is heating up as we go through the final race of Daytona. And that was it.
On that note, I think you guys, if you want to be a part of this amazing sim racing series and battles and competitive level, make sure to look the links up in the chat. Join us, eitharacingteam, on Discord and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on Twitch. Consider subscribing if you love the content. And also visit simracingonline.co.uk for more amazing sim racing content and series. We will see you in the next one. It's going to be in 2 weeks' time. And yeah, it's going to be the last race of the championship with the battles coming down to the wire. So you do not want to miss that. And we'll see you there. We will broadcast the entire race with the full commentary and classification, as always. Brought to you by eitharacingteam. Have a good night, boys.